This is the definitive aerial arsenal of the Imperial Japanese Navy and Army. From fragile biplanes of the 1930s to advanced fighters and desperate experimental weapons of 1945, these aircraft defined Japan's air war in World War II. Let's begin with the fighters, the true samurai of the sky. The Mitsubishi A6M Zero, the legend of the Pacific. Lightweight, long-ranged, and incredibly maneuverable, the Zero dominated the early years of the war and became one of the most feared fighters in the world. The Nakajima Ki-43 Hayabusa, the Army's agile counterpart to the Zero. Famous for its butterfly combat flaps, it sacrificed protection for extreme maneuverability. The Kawasaki Ki-61 Tony, a major departure from Japanese tradition. Powered by a liquid-cooled engine, it was fast, well-armored, and visually similar to European fighters. The Kawanishi N1 KJ George, often considered one of Japan's best fighters, powerful, heavily armed, and capable of outturning American Hellcats. The Nakajima Ki-44 Hayate, Japan's late-war masterpiece. Fast, well-protected, and heavily armed. Finally, a true match for the P-51 Mustang. The Mitsubishi J2M Raiden, an interceptor built for one purpose: speed and climb, designed to hunt high-flying B-29 bombers. And the Kyushu J7W Shinden, a futuristic canard-designed fighter with the propeller mounted at the rear. Promising, revolutionary, but arriving far too late. Now we move to the bombers and strike aircraft, the sword of the empire. The Mitsubishi G4M Betty, famous for its incredible range and infamous for its unprotected fuel tanks. Deadly, but dangerously fragile. The Mitsubishi G3M Nell, the predecessor to the Betty, and one of the aircraft responsible for sinking the British battleships Prince of Wales and Repulse. The Aichi D3 Aval, the most successful Axis dive bomber of the war. It sank more Allied warships than any other aircraft. The Nakajima B5N Kate, the torpedo bomber of Pearl Harbor, obsolete on paper, devastating in skilled hands. The Yokosuka D4Y Judy, a fast dive bomber designed to escape enemy fighters after releasing its payload. The Aichi B7A Ryusei, large, powerful, and versatile, capable of both torpedo attacks and dive bombing. The Mitsubishi Ki-67 Hiryu, Japan's best bomber of the war, fast, armored, and surprisingly agile. Next, reconnaissance aircraft, the eyes of the empire. The Mitsubishi KE-46 Dyna, so fast that for years, Allied fighters struggled to intercept it. The Nakajima C6N Sayun, its final message said it all: no Grummins can catch us. The Tachikawa Ki-36 Ida, a rugged observation aircraft operating from short and rough airstrips. Now the maritime aircraft and floatplanes, rulers of the sea. The Kawanishi H-8K Emily, widely considered the best flying boat of World War II, heavily armed and capable of extremely long-range patrols. The Mitsubishi F-1M Pete, a biplane floatplane agile enough to dogfight modern fighters. The Aichi E-13A Jake, the standard long-range reconnaissance floatplane aboard Japanese cruisers. The Nakajima A6M2N Roof, a Zero adapted with floats, allowing operations from islands without runways. Now training and transport aircraft. The Showa L2D Tabby, a licensed version of the American DC-3. Ironically, both sides flew the same transport aircraft. The Yokosuka K5Y Willow, the most widely used trainer of the Japanese Navy. The Kokusai Ku-8 Gander, an assault glider used to transport troops and supplies. Finally, the weapons of desperation. The Yokosuka MXY-7 Oka, a rocket-powered, human-guided suicide weapon. The Nakajima Kikka, Japan's first jet fighter inspired by German designs. The Mitsubishi J8M Shusui, a rocket interceptor designed to climb almost vertically toward B-29 bombers. And the Nakajima Ki-115 Tsurugi, a crewed aircraft built for one mission and no return. These aircraft tell the story of an empire's rise and fall. From agile Zeros to experimental jets, this was one of the most unique air forces in aviation history. Which aircraft is your favorite? Let me know in the comments.